welcome to Lanterns Live, the only live stream YouTube channel dedicated solely to Green Lantern. I'm Ralph, and I am joined once again by Vactor, which means we are here to talk about Green Lantern Corps, specifically number 13, which came out today. Enquar's Revenge is the title on the cover. I'm excited to talk about it. So like maybe a month ago, something happened. And I want to let you, Vactor, know that I did not forget. But I got 3 of these Green Lantern ring necklaces from Hot Topic because they were on sale for like $9 or something, and it was buy one get 2 free. So I ended up with 3 of them, and I said I was going to send you one. I have your address. I just haven't, like, I've just been like so like all over the place the last month, but I set them out. I set them aside. I will get you yours. I immediately took the ring off of one of them just to see where it sat, and it can kind of almost get all the way on my pinky. But it can only get that far on my ring slinging finger. It's very small, and I'm assuming I have like way bigger hands than you because I'm a big meaty chunk. But yeah, I'm gonna send this off to you, and then you can see. Yes.
Thank you.
See if it'll fit.
That looks great.
Maybe your wife or kid might be able to wear it as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty small. Like if you look at, like, I have like the 2011 prop one, which I have set to like that. You can see the difference in size.
Oh, okay.
Like I could probably stick that through it, but
yeah.
I'm gonna send it to you because it was so cheap, and like it was inexpensive, I guess I should say. It's no skin off my back. But I'll make sure I get that.
Thank you.
Make sure I get that.
I think this will be the first time I've had a lantern ring since those colored ones that were given out at the comic shop during... Was it Blackest Night?
Yeah, it was Blackest Night. These are great.
I don't know what happened to mine. Like, I can't find them in my house.
Yeah, they get everywhere.
15 years. But yeah, I'm very excited. Thank you.
Yeah, I had to put them on my shelf just so I at least had one set at my disposal, and then I have 2 red rings because one is a red ring that accidentally has a Sinestro Corps logo, and I have 2 blue rings for the same reason. They accidentally did a Sinestro Corps logo. Here, let me show you those. So here's the blue one. Yeah, that's the Sinestro Corps logo, and also the Sinestro Corps logo. So I have a couple extras, and then, I have like the regular version.
Man, I want to see like a professional headshot of Ralph, like in the Hal pose with all the rings.
I have crazy. So many rings, and I would stick this guy. On my pinky on the tip.
I love it.
Shine. It's a nice gleam to it. It's a little bright. It's also a little brighter. I think it should be more of this kind of a green, like in the movie. But these are. I mean, it's cool that they have Green Lantern merch out there.
Yeah, this is the one that Guy wore in the movie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think it's like totally accurate to the movie. Like the style is the same. I just think the green is a little bit lighter than what you see in the movie.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all yours.
Nice. Thank you very much.
I'll send you one, if not both.
Thank you.
You can create your own mini core, the Vactor core.
Yes, I love it.
There's a lot of folks in the chat today. I'm very excited.
Hello, chat.
Short box, Sean. 2 days in a row. This is Dave. Now, here's the thing. For those of you that don't know, I did a stream yesterday for the members of the Honor Guard. So if you join, if you hit the join button here on YouTube, you can watch a monthly stream. Once a month, I'll do a live stream just for you. And what's great is if you sign up, and it's only 99 cents a month, quit anytime, blah, blah, blah. You can go back and watch the older live streams. Yesterday, I was chatting about about Green Lantern in the Zack Snyder verse. So in the Snyderverse, we had 3 Green Lanterns that popped up. We had Yalangar, who's featured prominently, got killed in Justice League, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I think the other Justice League. We got a dead Kilowog, and then there was the deleted scene with Wayne T. Carr as John Stewart.
Yes.
I brought this up yesterday on that member stream, so if you want to check it out, go check it out. But today I did contact the agency that represents Wayne T. Carr, and I'm hoping to get him on the show. Ooh, so nice. If you guys ever want to like go over to his Instagram or something and bug him and say you got to be on Lanterns Live, Ralph's awesome, or whatever you want to do, I'd love to find out more about what he did and what he did to like prepare for that role, and what it was like to have that sort of like the rug pulled out from under him, and the scene being cut by Warner Brothers. So, the scene didn't get cut. The scene was still there, but they replaced him with Martian Manhunter, like a CG.
That's right.
Manhunter.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Liz is here. Vactor, you're here in more ways than one. Let's see. Shortbox Sean got one of his grails today. Green Lantern 87 CGC 6.5.
Very
nice. That's great. Shortbox Sean, follow on Instagram. He's always posting all of his Green Lantern like finds and pickups and stuff. Green
Lantern 87, awesome. First appearance of John Stewart.
Yeah. I had one that I gave to my brother-in-law to sort of fix up and then send it off to be graded, and I think it was around a 3.5. Wow. It wasn't very great. It was in bad shape when I found it, but I'm like I got it. Like it's in my hands, and it's like it was super cheap because it was so beat up, but I think he got it up to around a 3. Nice. Will's here. How's it going, Will?
Will.
Will rules. Will says drop a like. Yeah, I guess you guys, while you're here, if you're watching on YouTube, go hit the like button, or wait for tomorrow. Once this live stream has been processed into a video, hit the like on your phone, and then you can hit that hype button. I want to thank everybody for last week. The Tim Sheridan interview got a ton of hypes. Nice. Super appreciate it. I may have added some from my other accounts, but still, when I showed up to start to like give myself a couple hypes from like my Invincipod show, like I was like did it from there, and then from like my personal like CasinoSkunk one. I noticed that there was a ton of hypes already. So thanks to everybody who's been doing that. It helps the channel greatly, and it doesn't cost a thing. It's really cool. And I got to say, I absolutely had a blast last week talking with Tim Sheridan. Did an awful lot of talking about He-Man before and after the stream. A little bit during, not a lot. But yeah, we were talking on the stream as if we hadn't already talked 10 minutes about He-Man before the show. And then, we talked about He-Man for another like 10 minutes after. So, if I ever start a He-Man stream show, then he'll definitely be on that.
That was a fantastic interview. And as Will says, he looked like just the nicest guy. So that was if anyone hasn't seen it, definitely check that interview out. Well done.
It was such a blast. And it's funny because like when I reach out to people, I let them know like it's not like going to be like an interview. Like I'm not going to like I don't prep questions. I might have a couple of bullet points because there's certain things where I really want to touch on, but then I'm afraid that in the conversation I'll forget to bring up those things. But for the most part, like these are just conversations. So I'm hoping that I can do more. I feel like of all the interviews or like conversations I've had with folks over the course of the last like year or so, Tim's I feel like was like I felt like I was really in a groove with him, and had such a good time. And he said the same. He said he had a blast. And yeah, if he does a sequel to Alan Scott, then he said he's definitely coming back.
Nice, Will.
Yeah, Will's got a Red Lantern ring. That's awesome. You'll have to show it the next time you're on, Will.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when that is, because again, man, I don't know what's been going on with me lately, but my schedule's been to a point where I'm like not I'm not prepped for I don't have any shows scheduled ahead. I don't know when the next Green Lantern issue comes out, and I should probably figure that out so I can talk to Will and get that one scheduled.
I was going to say that is very un-Ralph-like. March 25th is Green Lantern 33. Oh, I'm sorry. February 25th is Green Lantern 32. Sorry.
Okay, so I have a couple weeks for that. Yes. I'm sure Will might be able to make it. He hasn't missed one. And then next week I'll try to figure out what to do. There's a few things that I want to do. Speaking of rings, custom made rings. I want to talk to Ring Foundry. They said they'd be up for doing a chat. They make all kinds of cool, comic accurate, screen accurate. I feel like their version of the Guy ring looks more movie accurate than the ones that were released through the DC shop. But I'll talk. Maybe I'll get in touch with them again. I let the agency know that I'd be willing to talk to. Why did I just Wayne T. Carr? That my schedule is wide open whenever he's available. So hit the bell icon, because you never know when I'm gonna strike up a stream. So, yes. And then I kind of was thinking I kind of have another one of those long form Q&As that I do, where it's just a live stream just for live stream's sake, and I just go on for a couple hours just to shoot the shit. And I've had artwork in the back burner for a while now, and I feel like either maybe Monday, I think is President's Day, and I have it off. It's let's come hang out and talk about Green Lantern for a while.
Yeah.
So that might be next week's show, or maybe, you know what, I might just schedule that one for Wednesday, the normal Wednesday stream, but start it maybe at 3 p.m. instead of 4, and then just chat for a while. Oh, maybe we'll see about next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is somebody's birthday, and we'll see what I'm doing that day. I already got a present for my birthday.
Oh wow!
Which I've started reading. Vactor gave that to me. I'm really struggling to find time for that, but I'm getting through it. During the Super Bowl, I read some of Supergirl and stuff.
Yes, nice.
Watched the commercials. Missed the Puppy Bowl, which I guess is where I should have been watching for Supergirl stuff, because they released the baby crypto footage, and gosh dang, if they aren't going to sell just a boatload of baby crypto plush over on the DC site.
Oh yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. How are things with you?
Excellent. I have been reading some fantastic comics, and I am loving what's happening right now as far as DC and Marvel. There's a ton of stuff that's really making me happy.
You mentioned before we started going live that you're reading DCKO, which was referenced in Green Lantern Corps 13. You said you were enjoying that. Getting a lot of Guy Gardner in there.
Yeah. Guy had a very good spotlight. So that was the Green Lantern representation, and it is way better than I thought it was going to be going into it, because I kind of wrote it off that doesn't seem interesting to me. But there are, on top of it being super fun, it's like a big Hollywood, like a blockbuster, summer blockbuster movie, and just the fights are interesting. What's happening underneath? There's a layer underneath. There's a story within a story that's happening, and they've been throwing so many things. All of the tie-in books have got me reading books that I wasn't reading before because it has a DCKO tie-in on it. And did you hear about the boss battle tie-in?
I don't know. I did see a cover where Kyle Rayner was fighting, I think, Darkseid or something. Like the cover looked like a classic, like Street Fighter style cover, and I thought the artwork was awesome. Does it have anything to do with Kyle Rayner?
No, it is. Okay. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any lanterns involved, but basically, it's a boss battle. It's like a Street Fighter. And it's all these different universes. So Mortal Kombat, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero are in there.
Oh, they're in there.
Yes. Annabelle from the doll from the movie, the scary Annabelle fights the Joker. Homelander fights Superman. Who else? There was another one. It was just like the most random people are just thrown in. I was like, yes, this is great. I love it.
That's crazy because some of those aren't like Warner Brothers things. Like The Boys is like Amazon. Oh wait, The Boys was The Boys a Vertigo book?
I want to say it was.
I was
going to say Oni Press, but yeah, I'm trying to find it. But man, there's just like stuff you would not expect them to have. Okay. It was originally a Wildstorm, which is an imprint of DC.
Okay.
And then
so they're able to get away with that.
Yeah,
that's so fun. And Annabelle, I think, is Warner Brothers. The director of Annabelle, I believe, also directed Shazam. David Sandberg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's pretty crazy. Like that sounds. I was not expecting all of that.
I was like very pleased. I mean, the thought of Homelander and Superman has been one of those like, on the playground, like, oh, who could win? Who's stronger, Superman or Homelander? For years, and now it's like, oh, we got it in this comic. So it was just super fun to see all of these characters that you never thought that you were going to see.
I feel like it's got to be Superman, right?
As far as like a spoiler for the comic,
I mean, I'm just saying, like as far as DC Comics goes, like I feel like DC would be like, okay, we're the ones to settle this argument, and they would want their main dude to win. I don't need to know who wins, but I'm just saying, like, it's going to be a good fight,
right? For
sure.
Yes.
Like that's goes without saying. That's going to be a really, really good fight. But I mean, come on.
And they also had the absolute Trinity: Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman show up in DCKO, and then you have the Prime Trinity, the regular world Trinity. So you get to see them interact with each other. And it's like, whoa, this is like a dream thing that we have kind of been wanting.
Speaking of absolute, I wonder if the next 6 issues of Absolute Green Lantern are available on DC Universe Unlimited.
Ooh. Yeah, I just saw one. Man, I forgot what issue it was. I just read one on there the other day.
So I need to see if it gets to 12. I think they're doing their trades in 6, or at least the first trade was the first 6. If that's the case, maybe that'll be something I cover the week after I do the next Green Lantern issue on the 25th, and I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up to see that.
Yeah, man, I'm loving Absolute Green Lantern as well. They're really going into the other color spectrums now, and like.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get into that. And I'm really intrigued by Simon Baz.
Yes.
Lee is new to the chat and has said hi 3 times. I want to make sure that Lee knows.
Hello, Lee.
How you doing? We're chatting about DCKO, Absolute Lanterns, but the main thing we should be talking about, and if you want to get into it, we could talk about Green Lantern Corps. Number 13, Enquar's Revenge. When we left off last month, I was like, oh man, they're really setting up like something's going to happen with this giant water world that Enquar has just brought to Oa. And by the end of the issue, the war is done. I was expecting it to be a whole long thing, and at first I was like, "That's it, we're done with it already. This is what happened." And then I realized, like, you know what's kind of fun? It's just kind of reading like it's like single stories in a book. Like you don't get that a lot these days. There's so many things are serialized, and there is stuff in here that is serialized. But like this war, like, you know, you get that the first title where it's like War on Oa or War of Oa, and it's War for Oa is what it says, and it's like, okay, it got handled. It got handled. But there was a lot of fun stuff in this book. There's only one thing in it that I'm really, really anxious about that, but we'll get that towards the end. We'll get to that thing because, speaking of Guy Gardner and post DCKO, I'm really, really concerned about the ending of this book, but we can get to that. What are your thoughts on this issue of Green Lantern Corps, written by Morgan Hampton, of course? And artist is Juan Jose Ryp, R-Y-P, Ryp?
Yes.
Yeah, and then there's a bunch of colorists. When I looked up this issue in previews, it said there's like seven artists, but there's one artist and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colorists, which is pretty crazy. It's a very detailed book. There's a lot of lantern action and fighting and rain, and I'm sure it just like took like a huge team to get this thing colored, because there's a ton of detail in this issue.
I'd be interested to see like if they ever put out a behind the scenes, like, all right, so here's what I worked on. Like each colorist kind of gives their input of, okay, here's what I did, here's what I did. But overall, I was like you, very, very much enjoyed the one-off, like this whole issue encapsulates the whole war and fatality getting kind of changing sides in this.
Right.
Very interesting to see all of this come together.
I was never really like super into fatality. She's okay. It's all right. But again, the Morgan Hampton finds these ways for me to kind of be more interested in folks. And what I like about this issue is because she becomes an Indigo, she becomes part of the Indigo tribe. I think it's very interesting that he's setting something up with Razor being a red, going over to red, with Ellie going over to blue, and with Fatality going to Indigo. Like, I'm curious if he's setting up some sort of like alternate like New Guardians. So there's a book around the post Blackest Night. It was around Brightest Day. They did Green Lantern New Guardians. It was a Kyle Rayner book. Kyle Rayner was a White Lantern, and he basically hung out with like different representatives from the spectrum, like Glomulus and oh my gosh, like Carol and like Saint Walker, and you know, all the different like kind of main guys that we all know now that are kind of sitting at this table, right? This sort of group of people who are sitting at this table that Jessica's overseeing. You know, you got your Sinestro, your Atrocitus, and Larfleeze, and you know, all those guys. And it almost feels like he's setting up an anti-version of that, or another version of that. Because if you look towards the end of the book, you have, I'm going to pop this. Should I pop this open? Yeah, let me pop this open, because I just want you to see visually what I'm talking about here. Oh, yeah. Okay. I actually haven't set this up. I've been using Firefox lately. I can't access it. I'll figure it out some other time. You know what I can do though? I'll just do a screenshot of this thing. So there's definitely a group of the spectrum sitting at the table.
Yes.
Which I'll bring up right now. Image file. Because I really want to sort of like let you know what I'm trying to show you guys. So this happens towards the end of the issue, where Larfleeze takes his seat at the table. And here you have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and indigo. There's no violet here. But now, like, if you think of, like, so this is like a core group of people from, like, basically Jeff Johns' run of the spectrum and sort of like representatives of the spectrum. There they are. Great. But now this looks like a quarter of a table. It's like not even the full table.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the table, the only like sort of representation you see in the middle is green and yellow, as far as like in the design of the actual physical table itself. So I'm wondering if Morgan Hampton is setting something up for a secondary group. Like these are like the big overarching like leaders. If he's setting up another core or a group of core members to sort of represent this new alliance out in space. So, like I said, Ellie is now blue, Razor is now red, and Fatality is now indigo. Like, are we going to get, like, it seems like he's building like another group of this type, but maybe not like these sort of older, more experienced people.
That makes sense. I could go for that.
I could go for it too.
Yeah.
I can see like this sort of like ragtag group of folks like going out into space. I'm really, because I'm really interested to know what the plans are for Fatality and making Fatality indigo. I think it's really interesting. I think it's fitting. I thought the way it was explained made sense. But like, what's the goal? Why are we at this point?
And right below this panel, you see the indigo shaman or whatever being like, hey, you've got the potential to be, there's great power in you. You will be a powerful host for Proselyte. So I think there is definitely some seeding here. There's something that's being planted. I don't think this is going to be the last time we see Fatality for sure. There's some big plans, I think, coming up.
And I think with Ellie being basically a living Green Lantern construct, and then her having a Blue Lantern ring, which Blue Lanterns boost Green Lantern energy. So here you have Ellie, who may be pretty advanced as far as the powers go, because she's always being boosted, because she has both.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I'm really curious to see where this goes. We do not have a Star Sapphire represented in that table, and Carol is off doing her thing, so I don't think that she'll be involved. I guess we'll find out in the next issue of Green Lantern, because I believe that's the issue where it appears, based on the cover, and you never judge a comic by its cover ever. I learned that reading Invincible. That Carol is being proposed to by Hal. So who knows what's going on? But I'm curious where they'll go with this, and maybe we can get a Sapphire represented in there. Cool stuff. I really like the issue. We do also get, in addition to like all the war and stuff, we get a pretty lengthy like epilogue in this. It was kind of my favorite stuff in this issue. I'm a fan of all the action and the war and stuff, but I love seeing like the story progress. And in this issue, we got the graduation of the Poozers, the recruits.
It's funny. It was one panel. I was like, wait a minute. We've been following these guys, and their graduation is one panel. That's it. All right, they're full-fledged lanterns now. Okay.
And what's interesting,
that was cool.
What's interesting for me is that they get medals with the Green Lantern logo on it, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Normally Green Lanterns, as far as like the Jeff Johns run goes and like Secret Origins and stuff, And then in the movie Emerald Knights, you get a white circle. You get a white circle on your chest when you're a recruit. Once you complete your training, your emblem, your Green Lantern emblem, fills that spot. So this is a little bit different than what we're normally seeing, where they actually get a physical medal with a Green Lantern on it. So Aya, Kelly, Narf, and the one I could never remember her name. It's like too many consonants. They're all now full-fledged Green Lanterns. So that's taken care of. It is funny that it's one panel, but at the same time, I mean, they had some time to shine during this battle of this war for Oa. So, like, it's great, you know, like they've proved themselves, and we have been following them for a while. I think it would have been good if it was like maybe a full page, but again, so many characters to juggle. Many characters to juggle. We got only one panel of Kat Matui.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And she's just like kind of locked up in looks like a science cell. It looks like looks like the science cell from Green Lantern, the animated series.
Yeah.
She's sitting there somewhat patient, but it is weird that John locked her away. And it was to protect her, but she doesn't look convinced.
Yeah, she didn't even say anything, did she?
No.
Yeah.
But that again is part of this like post-war epilogue where Jessica Cruz is kind of giving the rundown of where everybody's at. We don't really know what Jo is up to. She's sitting on that council though, so I like that. For being introduced just a couple of years ago, in a book that like really didn't have anything to do with the main continuity, for them to bring her in and embrace her and see her being used more, and then also in like Absolute Green Lantern, I really enjoy seeing Jo, and I'm hoping like some of this stuff these guys can get fleshed out. I kind of just want like maybe another Green Lantern Corps book. You know, like at one time we did have the 4 monthly issues. We had Green Lantern Corps, Green Lantern New Guardians, and Red Lanterns. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I don't know how Green Lantern Corps sales are doing, but I'd like to see more, because we also got another panel, and Simon Baz is feeling better. He's back in the mix. His coloring might be a little bit off. He looked a little white to me, but it's such a small panel. I'm like, oh, that is Simon. At a Thanagarian refugee camp on Oa. That's interesting. Like the majority of the stuff that I found interesting in this book was all of this epilogue where everybody's being talked to, like Fatality talking about her potential. And then we get this is the one thing I really am interested in finding out what happens, is Guy Gardner. So this happens after DCKO. So whatever's happening over there, you know more than I do. This is just sometime after. Guy Gardner's tired. He's in his messy ass apartment on Oa. He's got like Chinese food and pizza. Like, did he bring that? Do you think Oa like actually has sort of amenities from around the universe so that lanterns can come back to Oa and have some familiar food? Like, do they have like a food synthesizer that like helps like create that stuff?
Yeah.
Or do you think Guy brought this over from whatever he was doing on DCKO? He grabbed as much food as he could for the trip, and he's got like a bag of chips on the floor and it's all busted up. Anyway, they have to, right? They have to have like, they can't just have like Munktar stands and stuff. They just have to have like pizza, right? They have to. Anyway, he's on Oa and he can't sleep because he's been awakened by the entities, right? For some reason, the entities, all of them, have woken him up. There's Parallax, there's Ion, there's Predator. All of these entities are here. But they're babies.
babies. They're babies.
Should I pop this open? Has everybody in the chat read this issue?
When you said baby crypto for the Puppy Bowl, I immediately thought of these entities.
Yeah.
And I said, they need to make plushies of all of these because I would buy them. And I'm going to
pop this up. This is a bit of a spoiler. Like Wonder Rob is Chinese food and pizza, diarrhea for days. Let me ask you a question if you're a Green Lantern. Like, okay, so when you're a Green Lantern, basically the ring is there to protect you. So if you get passed out in space, your bubble will stay like around you. You'll still be glowing. You'll survive. Is there anything that a ring can do to keep you from having that happen to you? The effects of pizza and Chinese food.
There has to be.
There has to be something, right?
Yes.
If you're a Green Lantern and you're out in the middle of space and you have to use the facilities, can the ring take care of that for you somehow? I mean, you can make like a construct toilet, but
that's what I was thinking.
Like, I want to see the vastness of space. Like, you can see like galaxies in the distance. You're like, there's nobody for like thousands and thousands of light years, and you're a Green Lantern. You're just out there, and you have to go to the bathroom. Like, you just do it right. But you know that's going to be the one time that a freighter goes by. The ring has to have something. I'm assuming like it's like a second skin. Because if it's like, you probably won't sweat in it.
If it allows you to breathe, like there's some type of biological,
it's able to alter something to make you work. Can it basically dissolve?
Yeah.
Or
that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It turns those particles into air. Yeah.
There's a really fun audiobook called Green Lantern Hero's Journey. It's not Audible. It's an older thing. They do a lot of DC comics. And it was like pre-Audible. But anyway, it's called Hero's Journey, Green Lantern Hero's Journey. It's all about Kyle Rayner and Kyle Rayner getting his ring and sort of trying to figure out being a Green Lantern. I highly recommend it because it really puts you in the headspace of Kyle and what's going on in his mind. It's really good. Eric Messner plays.
Yes. Graphic audio.
Graphic audio.
Yes.
I can't recommend it enough. If you're a massive Green Lantern fan, if you're a massive Kyle Rayner fan, and you just want to kind of live like vicariously through him, it is great. There is a scene where like Kyle basically flies into space and ends up like on Pluto. And he's just looking back and he's reflecting, and you're getting all of this inner monologue of how he feels a little panicked. He can't believe what he's seeing. He can't believe what he's actually getting to do. And you're just like in his head. And it's such an interesting book because you get to really get a sense of what it feels like to actually be a Green Lantern. And there's one scene in it where Kyle's in his apartment and he doesn't know it, but Batman is also in his apartment. And it goes a while before Kyle realizes that Batman's there. And he basically, it's like, how long have you been here? And Batman said, a couple hours or something like that. So it's like, if you ever want to like feel what it's like to be like just a regular schmo with that gets a Green Lantern ring, highly recommend listening to that audiobook, graphic audio. If you get a chance, it's so good. I should reach out to Eric Messner because I think he just nails it as Kyle. It's so good. It's so fun. He's got the humor. It's really, really good. I might go and listen to it again. I highly recommend that. Maybe if I listen to it again, I'll do an episode covering it, or I'll try to get Eric Mesner on just to see if he has any idea, because I'm sure he's done a ton of voiceover work. If he has any recollection of doing this book, which was probably like 15 or 16 years old. It's been a while since it's been out, but highly recommend that. Side note, but it is one of those things where he's like out in the middle of nowhere, and it's like, what is that like? What's going through his mind? Written by Denny O'Neil, and yeah, it's totally awesome. And it's not like an audio book where he's just reading you a book. He plays Kyle. Someone else plays Hal. Somebody else plays Batman. Like, it's a whole cast that comes to sort of put on this radio drama. It's something like 4 hours long or something. It might be even longer, but I highly recommend it if you get a chance to find it. Yeah. I'm going through this. Hold on, let's see. Oh, okay, so there's Liz and Sean are going through. Liz asked about Sean's avatar, which is Black Hand offering himself to become a Black Lantern. This image was Doug Mankey. It's a full page image of him using this like laser beam thing, shoots himself in the head. It's such a dark panel. Like, it's a crazy panel when you like turn the page and that's in your face. It was such a disturbing image that my wife Stevie stopped reading Green Lantern. She's like, I can't, like, it was like the last thing before Blackest Night started was this panel, and she's like, I don't think I could get into that. She's like, I don't think I could keep going with it. So yeah, that's that panel. Every time I see that panel, it reminds me of how Stevie just like stopped.
Did she ever find out what happened in the story?
I probably talked her ear off, because before the podcast, she'd have to take the brunt of my. I remember one day I was reading a Green Lantern Corps issue, and you turn the page, and at the end it says Kyle Rayner is deceased, and the Ring is searching a new user. And I was sitting there reading it, and it's the only time that I ever like teared up reading a comic book. And I know he was going to be fine, but just seeing him laying there, it's like this Patrick Gleason art. It was amazing. And I just started like tearing up, and I'm like, it's a comic book, Ralph, calm down. I was fine. But when she came home, I remember Stevie came home, and like at dinner, I told her all about it. I'm like, and this happened, and this happened, and Kyle Rayner's dead. And I like showed her the page. I'm like, look at this. So I'm sure she got the brunt of the rest of Blackest Night from me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least she found out.
Yeah. And I mean, like Blackest Night, that's the thing. So like on my channel, I have a whole section dedicated like Green Lantern classics, where I go back and do like Showcase 22 or the Alan Scott one, which I consider a classic. I put that over there. It's a few years old, but I feel like it will be a classic. One of these days I'm going to have to tackle Blackest Night, and it's going to be an undertaking for sure. I have all of the trade paperbacks, or no, the hardcovers. I have all of the hardcovers, and I should go through and read them. I'm going to drop my Hurricane from Mask because he's resting on top. But yeah, I have all these
yes,
hardcovers. Let me see.
Yes, what a great cover.
Ooh. Signed by Ivan Reis,
nice.
Artist for Blackest Night.
Great.
Man, it's a great cover. This is like one of my favorite images of like Hal with like Black Hand and all the like Aquaman and stuff like surrounding him. And man, this book, the random page with that artwork. Oh, look at that.
Man.
It's so good. It's so good. What do you got there? The dead. Oh, there's a guardian dying in the arms of Necron. What? What a cover. Time. Look at this cover.
Ooh.
Jeez Louise.
Those colors, they just pop.
I know. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna have to Like, look at this. Look at this beautiful shot of Mira. Like, Ivan Reis, hands down, my favorite Green Lantern artist.
Nice.
I love his work, and that's going to stay that way until a different DC artist joins me on the show. Yeah. Jordan, also a first-time person in the
Hello,
chat.
Jordan.
It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Let's talk more about this issue. What do you think about these babies?
Well, number one, when I saw that, I was immediately entranced, and I said, okay, I need all of these babies. I need them as plushies. But then also, yes, what does this mean? Why are they specifically asking Guy for help? Right. And then in the bottom right, next month, find out why they're babies. I was like, this is great. This is a great cliffhanger. And like, this is what you do in monthly comics. Like, you keep the excitement up. You keep the, you ask the cliffhangers and the teases. And it's like, there's so many questions that I have. And I know they're going to be answered next issue. So it's like, I only have to wait a month for the answers. But I just, there's my cute.
My initial reaction was like, oh boy, like his baby Yoda, baby Crypto, baby everybody. And I'm like, this can't just be like just for cutesy's sake. I'm assuming that these guys are from the past, back at the beginning of the formation of the universe. I like the Parallax one because there's a Godzilla movie called Godzilla versus King Ghidorah from the 90s, and there is a here. Let me pop this here. There are 3 little tiny cute monsters in the past that then come together to form King Ghidorah, and then King Ghidorah becomes Mecha King Ghidorah. I don't know if you haven't seen it. It's awesome. But this little gold guy on the bottom right, this little Parallax with the wings and the tail, like, reminded me of the little creatures that become King Ghidorah. I don't know what to think of this, but I'll tell you. You want to know what my favorite part of this image is? Guy Gardner's face kind of looks like Nathan Fillion. Ooh, it has a little bit of a Nathan Fillion look to it, and I was wondering if that was ever going to happen. If we were going to get like some of Nathan Fillion into the comics, and I feel like the square jaw and the eyes in this have a Nathan Fillion look. I think it does. I think it does. It could just be me. Is anybody else seeing this? Like that? It looks sort of Nathan Fillion-esque.
Now that you mention it, I did not pick up on that, but a young Fillion, I could see that.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna get a new screenshot of a bigger version.
A young Captain Tight Pants.
Let's see him get in there. Where are you? There you are. I think it looks more like Nathan Fillion than normal. Yeah. That's just, I don't know. That's just me. I think it's the square jaw and the eyes. I'm not sure. You be the judge.
Yeah, I think I'm used to Guy being a little pudgier, a little rounder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's ripped.
Yeah, the square jaw. And
this is not somebody that eats chips, pizza, and Chinese food all at the same time. For sure.
The ring takes the calories and it filters it, and then you just get the good stuff out of it. You don't get any of the bad stuff. The ring just spits out the bad stuff.
Maybe. I don't know. Something's up. Okay, so I have a just when I finally remembered the name Enquar without having to look it up. Enquar has now been like vanquished. He's like now in Fatality's like a pendant, like just give him one of these.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Definitely leaving room for future appearances.
Yeah, I'm curious on that. When I first read it, I was like, I wonder how long is it going to be before another writer comes along and pulls that out. Like, is it going to be 5 years, 10 years? And we're like, oh yeah, remember that story way back when? So, and that's classic comics. Like, all right, we're going to put the guy away and we won't see him for a while. But it is kind of funny that he's going to be with her.
Yeah.
Is he going to be talking to her? Is there like,
no?
Because he has like mind, like he has telepathy, doesn't he? Or
right, he can like read minds. He knows.
Yeah. Are they going to be talking? Because if that's the case, then he could be like a sidekick. Yeah, the whole time. So yeah, this will be interesting to see what they do. Yeah. We don't have enough information right now, but it'll be interesting to see.
It's definitely something Morgan Hampton probably has in his back pocket. Is like, when they forget about it, when they start forgetting about it, then I'll unleash whatever plan I have. I could see that happening. Mogo's sort of back to Mogo's self. The lanterns sort of drilled a hole into Mogo, creating somewhat of like a volcano in order to let the core and the energy in Mogo's core to sort of unleash on Enquar. So Mogo has the band around him again, with the Green Lantern logo. It looks like Mogo's back to being normal Mogo. So a lot of things are being reset that has been broken for a while, which is pretty cool. Any thoughts on Mogo? Like, are you a big fan of Mogo?
Yes, I love Mogo. Yeah. Seeing him in this issue, I was like, oh man, are we going to get like a specific Mogo storyline like we got earlier with Joe and Jessica, where they were helping out Mogo? What exactly, what is his role and how is he going to be played? Because we saw him in that epilogue. We see Mogo, because I think each one of those, to me in my mind, is setting up a future story. Yeah. So to dedicate 2 panels to Mogo, I'm like, oh, I think there's going to be some more Mogo stuff coming up. So I just love seeing him, the idea of a giant planet, and how is he utilized. So I'm interested to see what's going to come up next.
Yeah. I'm also interested in the Thanagarians, yes. And Simon. Listen, here's the thing. Like, again, like, Justice League Red is done with. No need to talk about that book anymore, or any possible future books. But I really enjoyed Simon in that book, and I really like just the thought of getting just like a single issue of just, the Hawkmen with Simon. Like, that sounds fun to me. Mm-hmm. That sounds really fun to me. So I'm kind of hoping like that storyline is something that happens. It almost feels like every single panel we get in this epilogue, whether it's Simon and the Thanagarians, the new recruits, this council on Oa of the different spectrum, Fatality, Guy. Like, I kind of just want, like, here are the next 7 one-shots that we're doing. And I just would love to focus just one for each. I'd even take like a full issue with Jessica Cruz and the council discussing something, like almost like a Star Trek episode where it all takes place in the room. It's like a 12 Angry Men. Like, I know people might find that boring, but like for me, it would be along the lines of like, say, an Andor, where there's a lot of intrigue and you can do a lot of storytelling and see different point of views. So all of this stuff was my favorite part of the book. We haven't really been talking about the battle a lot, but I really do like all of this stuff, like a John and Kat Matui book. Like, just give me one issue of that. Much in the way that the Green Lantern book that Jeremy Adams is writing, like the last 3 issues were just really paper thin having to do with the rest of the storyline. It was just like, here's an adventure with Hal and the Flash, Hal and Batman, Hal and Green Arrow. Like I loved having sort of a break from this overarching, like, the universe is in trouble. Mm-hmm. So like if we get just like more one-off stories like this, I think I'd be really happy. I'd love to see what Joe and Jess are up to as well.
Yeah, there's always a interesting balance between episodic and serialized, and I think you can do both. Mm-hmm. And there's a way to meld it together that you're not losing focus, and you're not like, oh man, I don't like where this is going. Like, I think you can give enough of both at the same time.
I think case in point would be Green Lantern, the animated series.
Yes.
They pretty much all worked on an individual story level, but there was always something in it that helped propel the overarching story along, whether it was like the Red Lanterns or whether it was Aya and the Anti-Monitor. So I'm really, really interested to see where all of these storylines go, because this definitely felt like Morgan didn't want to do like he wanted everybody to be set in a very specific place, and he probably didn't want to do it coming out of the Starbreaker supremacy. So I feel like he wanted a little more wiggle room to get everybody into a very specific spot. And with Mogo being back, with Fatality being where she's at, and everybody else being where they're at, like I feel Morgan is like ready to be like, this is where I want everything, and this is what I want to do moving forward. It's almost like he's tying up any stuff that was happening with his writing partnership on this book with Jeremy Adams. And he's gotten, I think he started with issue 10 was his first one by himself. So 10, 11, 12, 13. So 4 issues to sort of like get people where he wants them to be, to start telling like very specific stories. And this baby entity story is, I think, the craziest one. I don't know what I feel. I don't need cutesy stuff in Green Lantern, but I'm really, really, really intrigued, because I trust the team. I trust the writing. I don't think it's all of a sudden going to be this weird, dumb, cutesy, like annoying, like, oh, the entities are messing up Guy Gardner's TV, messing up his channel settings, and I don't think it's going to be like that. It's not going to be like a like a cartoon, but but seeing baby entities is very, very jarring to me. Okay. But I trust Morgan Hampton for sure. I'm looking forward to that. Do you have any more thoughts on the book? I can't believe we're already hitting an hour.
I just think Core is still one of the most interesting books that I'm reading right now, and definitely a must read if you're wanting to know what's going on in the world of Green Lantern. I think you should be picking up this book. It's essential to the whole storyline of all the Lanterns, not just focusing on Hal or just focusing on Kyle or the Earth Lanterns. I think to get the full picture of what's going on in the universe, I think Core is the book to be reading right now. So 100% I am enjoying what's going on right now. So Morgan Hampton, keep on giving us some great stories.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this issue. That last page had me scratching my head a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see where he takes that storyline.
Do you ever look at solicits of the next month's?
I never do.
I don't either, and I just now looked at 14 and 15, and I think these are kind of spoilery. On if you don't want to know, like, I just got spoiled on some stuff in these descriptions, and I'm like, I don't think they should have revealed that. I think they should have left that.
Yeah, that's the thing, is when I do the thumbnails and set my schedule up in advance and stuff, I have to look at the covers. Yeah, and so hopefully the covers aren't too spoilery.
Yeah.
Does it sound fun though?
Yes. And it does, I think it ties into what we're seeing in the very last page of this one.
Okay.
So yeah, it's interesting, but I was like, man, I kind of wish I had just read that in the book instead of seeing it ahead of time.
Well, man, I'm looking forward to chatting with you next month about whatever you read. Sounds exciting.
Yes. DCKO will be done when the next issue happens.
Okay. So that might be pertinent. Vactor, let's do plugs.
Woo! If you're interested in anything that I'm doing, TikTok and YouTube are the places to go. And This Comic Cooks is the main channel where I'm posting all of these things. I just posted today a short. I'm trying to do these daily shorts on either different storylines or different characters. And today I posted my new favorite Spider-Man character right now. Her name is Raylith, but a lot of people online are calling her Muscle Mommy, and they are in love with her. So I had to do a short on what is kind of like Spider-Man's alien fling that's happening right now in the pages of Amazing Spider-Man. So if you want to check that out, This Comic Cooks is where you will find it.
I'm doing a quick search for Muscle Mommy. Oh yeah. All
right. She's kind of like She-Hulk and Gamora fused. Like if they had a baby, Raylith is who it would be. But she came out like in October, I think, of last year. Like she's very new, and already she's captured people's attentions, including Peter Parker's.
That's cool.
I like it.
That's cool. I don't know the last time I read a Spider-Man book.
Man, Amazing
Probably
Spider-Man
like McFarlane.
Probably
McFarlane era. Like I'm talking like early 90s, like pre-Spawn.
Amazing Spider-Man has been. They just renumbered again. They're on volume 7 right now of Amazing Spider-Man.
That's what I know fans don't like when they do that kind of stuff, but that's the kind of stuff that'll help me pick up a Spider-Man book. You know, it's tough. It's tough, like dealing with these continuities. Like even Green Lantern, like this run with like Jeremy Adams, it's a great jumping on point, but also he does not like sweep the rest of the history of Green Lantern under the rug. Like it's all still there. Yes. And so it's really, really tough. It's one of the reasons why I always recommend Far Sector, because it's like, here's a self-contained story. It's a character's first appearance without it being like really heavy into origin. So it's so tough for folks to get like into this stuff. But yeah. And then I just want to make sure Dave knows that I saw this. It's definitely not Nathan Fillion in that last drawing because of the haircut. It does not have the bowl cut, but maybe I'll go draw one on and we can see how it looks. If you're also over at This Comic Cooks, I believe on your YouTube channel, you can also join memberships. I believe. Do you have memberships?
Yes.
Join over there too.
Yes.
Yeah. Support us both.
I don't have the cool perks that Ralph has, but it would help me out a lot. So if anyone would like to support over at This Comic Cooks.
I forget that I have this banner that tells you everything that you need to read. So if anybody just wants to read that, that says everything you need to know about my subscription. If you're a longtime follower of me from way back in the Lost days, if you're a member of the Secret Society, if you could find it, the Secret Society, it's out there somewhere. You also get those live streams, those live streams. So check it out. Vactor, thanks so much for joining me. I'm excited to find out what happens with these babies.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to you next month about that. Unless I read it. Will said that the Absolute Lantern, Green Lantern, is currently up to issue 10. So I'm going to wait a little while before I do that. But when I do, I'll make sure I notify you in case you want to join me again.
Yes.
Because I really appreciated and enjoyed my conversation about Absolute Green Lantern, because I think it's much better going through that book with somebody else. I can, other books I can talk about just by myself, and that's fine. But I feel like Absolute Lanterns needs conversation.
Yes.
Like, it needs to be a conversation. So thanks for joining me, everybody. Thanks for joining in the chat. It was a great turnout. Appreciate all the new folks that decided to give us a shot this week. I'll be back next week. I'll figure out when, and I think it's just going to be a good old talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So hit the bell icon. Yeah. You'll be notified when I'm going live, and you can ask any questions you want in the chat, and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. And I'm kind of hoping, since my birthday is on Wednesday, like maybe DC Studios. We're about 6 months out from the Lantern show. Maybe you drop a trailer. Let's get that Green Lantern. Let's get the Lanterns trailer out. I'd love to chat about that. So fingers crossed that next week, that's what I'm doing. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. Yeah. See you next time as well. Until then, beware my podcast. It's Lanterns Live. Bye.